being here. Whether you're pitching or supporting others, we do really appreciate you taking the time to join us. We started Founder Basecamp with a pretty simple goal to help more founders and entrepreneurs take the first real steps to building a project. Help more people in and around start thinking seriously about real problems, how to validate ideas, and start the journey from idea to project. So over the past month, we ran 4 pretty focused sessions to help teams move from idea to initial validation. First, we worked on problem validation, identifying target users, and standing out with real differentiation. Then we focus on developing a unique selling proposition, planning early customer acquisition, and sharpening your messaging. In the third session, we covered funding sources, how to structure a strong pitch deck, and how to navigate early investor conversations. Finally, we finished with storytelling techniques, visual communication tips, and strategies for confident pitch delivery. It's been pretty exciting to see the energy and thoughtfulness many of you have brought. Some of you are brand new to the StarkNet ecosystem and use this as a way to start shaping an idea. Others are existing teams who took this as a chance to rethink and sharpen part of their projects. Both are incredibly valuable. You have this early work, which is the validating, refining, and pushing ideas forward. That's really where the momentum starts and continues. So for today's pitch day, we'll be recognizing teams in 2 distinct categories. The first one is new projects that came out of Founder Basecamp and are brand new to the StarkNet ecosystem, and existing seed grant teams who use this program to build on top of what they've already launched. We'll be announcing a winner in each category at the end of the event. Today, I'm joined by Henri and Guian, who will be helping me judge and ask some questions after each pitch. So thank you both for being here. So just a quick rundown on the format. We have 10 teams pitching today. Each team will have 3 minutes to present their idea, followed by 3 minutes of Q&A with the judges. The pitch is short on purpose. It's about clarity, focus, and making every word count. And we will be strict on timing. So when your 3 minutes are up, we will let you know. It's no hard feelings. We just don't want any prolonged speeches tonight. So after we announce the winners, also don't leave right away because we will be hosting a gather session immediately after the pitch day where anyone from Founder Basecamp or the StarkNet ecosystem can talk more about whatever you're building, meet other founders and developers, and help just continue to build the momentum that has been created and developed over Founder Basecamp. So we'll share the link once we wrap up. Overall, we had a lot of teams participate in the program, and many of them put forward a deck to join today's pitch day. Unfortunately, we were not able to fit everyone in. So again, super excited to have these 10 teams presenting today, and we're excited to see what you have put together. With that, let's get started. Gary from Bananaport, can you kick us off as the first presentation?
Okay, can you hear me? I will share my, I send you the, I need to share my screen. Okay. Wait, sorry.
And if you're not presenting, feel free to also shut your video off if you want, so you don't have to look pretty for an hour and a half.
Okay, can you hear me? Oh, but can you see the picture?
Yes, we can. Yeah.
Okay. Let's begin. Hi, I'm Gary, the founder of BPIO. We are building a unique, high-quality Web3 card game that mixes workplace humor with the daily life of engineers. Today, more and more programmers are starting to explore Web3, yet many Web3 games miss true fun and rewards. BPIO changed this by bringing new players into a game that they will enjoy, packed with rich economic rewards. But we aim higher. Our vision is to be a leading Web3 gaming community and the game creation engine. Our economic system supports the creator to give them more feedback and other support. We are solving a real gap by making Web3 fun and rewarding. Let's talk about the Bananaport's gameplay. Our story is dark, but straightforward, so human brains are put into jars, connected with machines while a system controls population growth. Players fight to survive, use cars to attack others, For example, they can use the WWDC to make the awake, or GitHub CI explosion to hit their energy points, or they can play sleep, leisure, and work hard to recover them. Goal is make the others lose all points and win. It's smart and fond of surprise, perfect to strategy lovers. We've designed over 100 fun pixel style cards. It's again you won't forget. And the next is our GTM strategies. Now, how will we launch and grow this game? We have a clear plan. First, we will use our team influence on Telegram to quickly get our top 100 active users. We will start with an invite-only system to build a strong early players base and keep the community lively. For retention, we will make the game easy to start, even runnable from a command line or VS Code. We use a dopamine strategy with fun internet cards and exciting play-to-earn mechanics to keep players hooked. For growth during public testing, we aim to build the largest private Web3 gaming community. People can solve puzzles, find NFT diary stories, and help create game guides in wiki economic system. In the future, after mainnet, we will offer open dev keys and creator tools. We want to help others build games on our system, become a Web3 Kairosoft or Roblox. We even plan a special game final, exploding after the last battle and going open source for the community. And the last one is our market and why we'll do it now. Finally, let's look at the market. We see two big trends. First, Web3 card game like Goes Unchained and Splinter Lines with over 55,000 daily traders. So
Hey
people
Gary,
also
sorry, your time is up. We can
okay.
read through this
It's the
slide as
last.
well.
Okay, yeah.
But let's go to questions if
Mm.
anyone has questions. Let's move to that.
Yep, I have a question. What's the biggest you're ever gonna get? What's your objective? Let's say everything works perfectly. What are you becoming? What is it you're building?
Uh, uh, Pardon me, or okay, or other people can help me.
So
So
is it what is written there? Is it your goal is to be the Roblox of blockchain or the Kairosoft of blockchain? Is that accurate?
yes. It's the final goal. And firstly, we will make a fun game to interest others, to make an interesting game.
And maybe you can elaborate a little bit on that. What is the game loop specifically that is going to make this sticky enough to justify becoming the Roblox of Web3?
Because it needs to allow to write it. The main point is the engine. We have the development kits, and to build our games we have already we are already programming it. So when the BPL is success, we can open source the development kits, and others, they can use their own story, their new community to make their games. They can, if they have a good story, they can use it into a games, and they don't need to be so poor or other things. They don't need to worry that.
Nice. And is there anything that grabs the player's attention within the first 5 minutes of playing? Is there something that will kind of get people to not jump off the game when they get started with it?
Oh yeah. This page is the main point. First, is we call it dopamine strategies. The firstly is the card. We decide the card very carefully, and we use lots of engineering cultures. They play it, they will laugh, they will cry or something. It's their own life. And the next we make the a lot of strategy in the game. For example, the players, they can attack with others, and also they can attack other in the community with the NP point in the game.
Amazing. Thank you, Banana Port. Really appreciate your time, and we'll move on to fundable finance next.
Yeah, thank you. We are
Sure.
just finished our MVP and can't wait to connect with all of you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Sounds good. Perfect. So Lawal, passing it on to you, man.
Yeah, I'm set. Hi guys, how you guys doing? So I'm Lawal Abubakar from Fundable. So we'll be sharing what we are currently working on. We are live on Mainnet. So sharing what we are currently working on. So let me share my screen and take you to this. So our idea at Fundable, let me start with the problem we are trying to address, the issue of people having to do manual token transactions, token transfer. So for example, if you are sending to more than a person, more than an address at a go, it is very tedious and very complex for you to start imputing address and amount one after the other in your Bravos or agents to now start sending to each of these addresses. Imagine if you have over 1,000 addresses you want to pay at a go. So you have to do this manual transaction one after the other. So we have a feature, we have a product that allows you to actually have this address in a CSV file with the amount you want to send to each of these addresses, and then upload the CSV, and just in a single transaction, you click send, and all of them receive the amount you want to pay to them within a few seconds, thanks to the power of our StackNet. So our ideal situation, the problem we are trying to solve from Nigeria particularly, is the fact that the giveaway culture is very ripe here. So a lot of people come to the internet asking people to drop their account balance, their wallet addresses, and that they will be rewarded for just doing that. So we assume that when people do this, they get a lot of responses, and when they decide to disburse this fund, it becomes a problem for them to do because they have to start going one after the other, sending to these addresses. So we are addressing that particular problem. Why that is our starting point, our adaptation to blockchain itself is the fact that we have been to community events ourselves, and we realize that a lot of community event organizers want to reward participants. And if your participant is in the thousands or hundreds of thousands, there is no way for you to be able to do that. So we have a flow that allows you to put up a form, and everybody just paste in their address in the form. You export these addresses in a CSV, you upload the CSV in our platform, and you just allocate the same amount to them if that is easy for you, or weighted amount if you want to give these individual people different amount. So yeah, you do that in one transaction and every one of them will receive that. Last week we did that at the StackNet event meetup in Kaduna, Nigeria here. We received a rousing feedback from people saying they got the money we wanted to send to them in just a few seconds. So our target market is the DAOs, the curators, podcasters, and event organizers. We are currently on mainnet, and we have done over 250 distributions currently. And our total volume is over $2,000 because people are actually sending micropayments. And that is one of the reasons we are pitching here. We are looking to scale up, and our major aspect is distribution. We know we have built something that works, but we are looking for how to get this in the hand of as many people as possible. And that is exactly why we want to pitch our project, probably get someone to come on board as an advisor who is going to get a share of what we are building and help us actually distribute our products to as many people as possible. So I actually explained how it works, the flow, upload the CSV, assign the amount you want to send to all of them in a single box, and all of them get the same amount.
Hey, sorry,
Now,
Lawal, your
sorry,
time is
I
up.
see. Yeah, I see Sitting saying times is up. Maybe let's go to questions.
awesome.
Yeah, I have. Sorry, Andre, you have a question?
Go ahead, Gan.
Yeah, so my question was that, I feel like this incentive model in Web3 is short-lived, right? There is going to be a point when people will have to start using the apps for what the apps offer. So I am curious to see if you have a long-term say 5-7 year plan as to what this product will become? Because this paying out incentives for Twitter Spaces or doing some small tasks, using your protocol, tinkering with your protocol, using a particular dApp, all of these scenarios is probably not going to last long. Otherwise, the protocols will run out of money. So is there anything, what would this product evolve into so that it becomes self-sustainable and makes revenue? That would be my
Yeah,
question.
yeah, thanks for that question. My answer is very short. Anytime you need to send to more than 2 addresses on StackNet, it is better for you to use Fundable to do the distribution. You don't need to, it doesn't need to be like you are rewarding people. It might be payment for a service offered, and you are paying 2 people at the same time. Instead of you entering your agent and sending to one address after the other, just use Fundable to distribute to 2 of them at the same time. So we are also building payment streaming feature that allows you to pay people by second. So you are going to assign a particular period, maybe 30 days, $500 to be paid to this person. After every second, when you execute the transaction, they will have the amount in seconds available for them to withdraw.
Okay, like a streaming service, right?
Yes,
Payment
like the
streaming
streaming.
service.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Nice, perfect. Thank you, Lawal and Fundable Finance. Appreciate you coming on. And we will move on to Kate and Heal Past That. Kate, the floor is yours.
Hi, let me share my screen. I just sent a request.
Lawal, can you share your screen, please?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Okay. Yeah, done.
Perfect.
Awesome. So I'm the founder of Heal Past DAO. We are creating the future of medicine 3.0. It is decentralized, it is preventative, and it is direct to patient. So it's no secret that our healthcare system is a scam. Preventative care is very fragmented and inaccessible. 90% of healthcare costs go to chronic issues, just managing them, when 80% of them are preventable. Doctors and patients are more aligned than ever, but disconnected by outdated systems. It's time for a new era. It will be a DAO-owned virtual practice, a collective virtual practice that doctors buy into and scale one-to-many delivery models. It'll be a way for patients to earn down cost of care through co-participation and staking to fund the future of health. There'll also be a community-funded pool for health incidents and coverage outside of anything preventative. Why now? So there's been recent policy that's basically a lot of doctors are ditching insurance altogether, and they found a new model. They're scaling 7 to 8-figure digital practices by focusing on one niche, but it's very fragmented, and they're relying on agencies and, marketing agencies, burn and churn. If we can put them all in one place, it eliminates the burden to get to that level of scale and helps them get there much faster. So Heal Past DAO has the opportunity to be the go-to platform behind the new doctor delivery model as the first and only decentralized practice. 1 out of $13 of consumer spending is now spent on wellness, and that's only going up. We're about to come upon the greatest wealth transfer in healthcare history. It's growing to a $600 billion market by 2035. And trust is shifting from institutions to communities. Marketplaces brew competition, but Heal Pass aligns incentives in one shared wealth and ecosystem. Also, Stripe has limited telehealth on their restrictive lists. So that is another reason. Opportunity is massive. I put these pictures here to really show you guys. In the bottom corner, Ryan was a chiropractor. He used this program, a scalable system, and grew from 40K in debt with a brick and mortar in just 2 years. Now he's at 5 million a month, probably more by now. This is just how scalable the system is, and it's proven over and over. It's pretty much guaranteed to get every doctor to 100K a month, really 150K a month within 3 months. So we're building that ecosystem where we'll have top of funnel doctors that are already doing this, bringing in leads that can nurture the new doctors. 1 in 5 doctors want to leave the system, and it'll be an ecosystem where they can fulfill all the leads that are coming in from these top of funnel doctors.
Hi, Kate. Sorry, time's up.
Okay. Any questions?
I realize I'm on mute. Okay, maybe kind of on this go-to-market strategy, as I am curious. Your position in KeelPass is sort of practitioner-owned. So what kind of practical benefits, so it could be revenue share, scheduling tools, marketing, will actually make the first 50 practitioners list their services on day one?
Yeah, so basically they're all creating individual funnels right now, and 95% of the leads don't convert. By adding a free join Heal Pass, it gives them an opportunity to convert those leads further because they can nurture them in this community. And 50% are likely to join just a free community. That's like the highest value you can offer. So all they have to do is add it into their existing marketing chain, and it will increase like millions. Like if we get just 10% of those to convert, it's like a $66 million new opportunity. If they spend 6K a year on wellness, which is the new stat, even if they spend just 500, it's pretty significant. I have it in my notes. So I've broken up different scenarios, but just by adding it to their existing marketing funnel, significant. But we want to grow and pretty quickly have our own marketing operations, so then we can also cross promote each other. If we're running all of their funnels, we can market each other. They get incentivized. Everyone that comes into the platform, they can earn the lifetime value and beyond just their own offering, if that makes sense.
Awesome.
Any-
Any other questions, guys? Or we'll
In your view, are your customers the practitioners or the patients?
Really, it's the practitioners. Preventative practitioners have always been siloed, not having the same type of support that the traditional healthcare system has. They're just now moving to this digital doctor model, and it's a struggle for them to get there. They're having to hire coaches, and yeah, so it's really for them. We're also giving them like workshops and ways to collaborate, business resources, legal. I have a functional health lawyer that will be part of the DAO. And then connecting partners, like new products that want to launch. We have an intent-minded community of wellness enthusiasts that can kind of be their go-to-market through quests and things like that. So also for the patients, we want them to co-participate and interact with doctors like never before. Doctors might be able to list, join my case study or participate in this and like really help validate the future of healthcare. A lot of doctors in longevity crave that source of truth. They're combining in like different collectives and groups to just kind of validate each other and make sure they're on the right page and that there's not misinformation out there. This is also a way to vet. The doctors will have to be vetted and voted in by each other, and the community will have a say.
Wonderful, thank you. And time is up, so thank you, Kate.
Awesome.
Kate, thank you so much. That was Health Pass DAO, and we will move on to Jokers of Neon. So, Nico, the floor is yours.
Hey, yep. Let me share screen. Okay. Hey everyone, I'm Nico, co-founder of Caravana Studio, and today I'll be talking about Jokers of Neon. Okay, so to start with, what is Jokers of Neon? The Jokers of Neon is a strategy card game developed fully on-chain, powered by Dojo and Subnet. We got inspired by the mechanics of the game Balatro and took that core concept to the next level. It's free to play and you can play both in mobile and desktop. So it's designed to be a very accessible experience. Everyone should be able to play. The game loop is the following. You start with a regular poker deck of cards and you need to score points by forming poker hands to beat rounds. Between these rounds, you have a dynamic shop phase where you will be able to buy different cards and items to build a powerful deck that you will be able to use to beat raid rounds with difficult challenges. Okay, but why? I can mention 3 items on why we decided to build this project. First one is tokenized cards will give the players a sense of progression between games by unlocking and collecting cards as NFTs that then will be able to use in game. But more than that, as they own them, they will be able to sell and trade them with other players. Second one is modding. User-generated content is very popular, and a great example of that is bilateral modding community with over 100 mods created by them. We are creating a game that's designed to be moddable from the beginning, allowing modders to build their own version of the game and get rewards for that. And the third one is global tournaments. Another big differentiator will host different types of tournaments where top players can get rewarded. So why now? Well, this game was not possible a year ago because of the very low cost on transactions and their high speed, especially on Subnet. And then also bilateral came out a year ago and it's still very popular among players. We are leveraging that popularity and basing on a core game mechanic that is proven to work, but not just that, we are pushing it further. And to finish a little bit on our monetization strategy, we will provide a premium subscription for our core community that will allow them to play extra games, participate in exclusive tournaments, and get more rewards. Also, we will provide a player marketplace where players will be able to trade items, taking a small fee from transactions, but we will also be able to sell different types of items like loot boxes. And last, as said before, we will host different types of tournaments. We are using Budokan as our tournament engine, so the possibilities are very wide there as well. And it's permissionless, so we can have our community members organizing tournaments with their own rules and taking a cut out of
Hi,
it.
Nico. Sorry, the time is up.
Yep, I'm finished. Any questions?
Yeah, so first of all, I never want to get onto Tung's bad side. That's my biggest fear. But first of all, I'm glad that you mentioned Budokan, as I think that's such a great go-to-market angle for you. And would definitely love to see more teams in the Starknet ecosystem benefit from an on-chain 20 contract. Anyway, my question is, you focus a lot on differentiating with mods. So how can you actually think through tools or split, or how would you convince community creators to build these custom sets for you?
I think we made it very easy for communities to just with a few clicks here and there to build their own version of the game with their own brand. For example, we could have communities like Evereye in Starknet just designing some cards and having their own version of the game for their community with a very low cost. So.
Nice. Perfect. Cool. And then actually, I kind of am curious, like, how are you gonna, I play Balatro on my phone. How are you going to help mobile free-to-play gamers actually feel the value of these types of cards and bring them in if they don't actually care about NFTs?
I think that NFT side of things is more towards the Web3 community, but we are planning to have a market where players can exchange and trade the cards. So on one side, for Web2 players, they will be just happy with collecting the cards, right? That they don't even care if they're NFTs or not, right? But once they see they have real value, maybe we can onboard them to Web3 and they can have they can monetize the cards they own on in game. So
Nice. Cool. Nico, thank you so much. That was Jokers of Neon. It is a great
thank
game.
you.
You all should actually play it. It is one of my favorite games that I played on my mobile phone with Balacho, and it just is enhanced when it's brought on chain. Joseph, Loop Music. I'm going to pass it on to you to tell us a little bit about what you're building.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. Let me share my screen.
No, we cannot yet.
How about now? Can you see my screen now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, let me just start. My name is Joseph, and I'm the founder of Loop Music. And what we are building is revolutionizing the artist fan experience through real connections and real ownership. So we're building a community layer that's missing in the global music today. Understand? So the problem that we identified in the music space that actually gave us this idea was streaming today is actually broken for most creators or artists. Understand? A lot of artists get and a lot of artists don't really get paid a lot on time. Like the music market is a very huge, it's a very huge bulk of money, understand? But these music artists actually like receive less and less amount of money, even after a lot of years of innovation in the music space, understand? So, and one of that things we also kind of like identified also like also feel like a lot of fans would like to feel connected to these music artists in one particular way, understand you get. So this and also the system also favors gatekeepers, leaving independent creators without sustainable income and fans without any stake or true engagement. Understand? So as a result, both artists and fans feel like outsiders in the space they helped build. Understand? So that is just some of the few problems that we kind of identified and gave us this little validation of this idea that we had. So and then what Loop Music is doing now is just to dynamically change every single thing. We are building a platform where artists can earn fairly and artists fans can also like connect deeply with their favorite artists entirely in one platform, you understand? So it's just a mixture of music streaming and a mixture of social, understand? But with the in the middle side, we could be artists can actually like make revenues, actually like make income, multi-income, understand, in just one platform. So our main aim as a platform is to be an ecosystem where all these artists can actually feel much more connected and actually be able to like know like okay, yeah, this is a place I can actually make more income and actually like sustain myself as an artist entirely. You get so and then how huge is the market, you understand? So do some few research we're able to do, you understand? We saw like the music market is a $33 billion market. We get with 667 million people who are streaming music globally in the world, you understand? But as an African also, obviously as in Nigeria myself, you understand? So we in Africa and in Nigeria as a whole, we have over like 100 to 150 million of people who stream music entirely in the whole of the global market space, you get. So the global market is what I said earlier, 33 billion today and heading towards over 64 in the, by 2030. So we are mainly focused on a particular segment of the market, you understand? So like so our SAM for the market is actually going to be the 8 to 12 billion-dollar market, you understand? So of creators and fans who create real engagement and our service sustainable market that we feel that we can actually capture in the next 3 to 5 years is going to be at least 250 to 500 million market cap, understand, within 3 to 5 years. You get so and then we're able to add at teams like about just talk about our team a little bit, then I'll move on to our marketing strategy. So
Hi,
as I said
Joseph.
earlier, like
Joseph, sorry, time's
yeah.
up.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. Thank you very much. Yeah, appreciate it. Okay, let me stop sharing.
If I can ask a question, maybe. Thank you for the presentation. It's a big market and it has very big players. How does Loop
Yeah.
differentiate itself from users' perspective?
Okay, so the way we actually like differentiate ourselves from those big players entirely is we are not we're not like we're not like a music streaming oriented, you understand? We are musically community centered, you get. So um big players like Spotify, Apple Music, the rest and all of that, you understand? And also even other Web3 music applications like Audios and all the rest that we found out, understand? And mainly based on just music streaming and giving artists, giving users the experience of just streaming music and no connection between the fans and music artists entirely. Yet. So there is the algorithm has kind of like ruined everything for the artists, whereby they can actually like build an entire community before they can even talk of building a whole business for themselves. Do you get? So that's just what differentiates us a little bit. So
Thank you.
yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Andre. I just had a question around metrics in terms of, have you spoken to any artists and have you onboarded anyone? Like, do you have any numbers for us in that
Okay, yeah. So
context?
yeah, so like I actually started off with few of my friends who are musical artists and stuff. So I kind of like they were actually the ones who actually gave me the inspiration to this idea entirely. You get so after I talked to a lot of my friends and stuff like okay, like what is the main thing that they want to like actually like experience a lot of application as our home, understand you get. But the main thing a lot of them talks about is able to make cash to sustain themselves in the music space entirely. You get so and then so we launched our wait list earlier, which we actually kind of like closed recently because we want to like we're working on our data and launching. We're planning on launching that by next month. So we're able to like get at least over 4,000 to 4,580. Well, yeah, 4,580 wait list members. Understand? So from those members also we're able to like talk to some few users, understand, talk to some few people to like okay, see what they actually like really want to understand. So that give us a little bit of some few yeah,
Nice.
Thanks. Thank you, Joseph.
that was
Perfect. So we're going to move on to Luis from Naratum.
Good morning, everyone. Before I start, I just want to thank Starnet Foundation because I was part of the founder program. And it was very useful deal, and I hope that you continue in the future. It was very, very good. Okay. Let me share my
We'll get
screen.
you everywhere here, guys. Just FYI.
Second. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see it.
Yes, we see it.
Perfect. This is one of my favorite phrases. The best way to predict the future is to create it. I create an outline. Sorry. Last year, I did an experiment with my family. I create an outline of a story with characters, challenges, and events, details, maps, and generate AI images for all of them. Then I create some templates and documentation to train an AI model before our family gathering. That night, I use OpenAI ChatGPT Advanced Voice Mode to run our role-playing game as a DM, talking to my players by its own. It was magical, seeing my parents asking the AI to describe the world with more details and my kids trying to troll the machine. It was natural and easy. The images, the voices, and music all generated by AI, but the heart of the story generated by my outline and my family decisions as players. That's the experience we want to replicate with my app. Welcome to Narratum, the ultimate storytelling platform for readers, gamers, and creators alike. Imagine a world where anyone can create, play, and explore immersive stories with the power of AI. All creations driven by humans and protected by blockchain, with all participants obtaining revenue distribution by their actions, creations, and referrals. The old play-to-earn models didn't work. They focused only on extraction value, leading to poor retention and unsustainable economies. Centralized platforms such as Steam, Amazon Kindle, and Apple Store limits creators' autonomy, dictate terms, and reduce their profit margins. I'm aware there are tech adoption barriers, but creativity needs to be free. That's what we want to provide aspiring creators in Narratum, a safe, decentralized space where they can generate their own interactive stories and develop games, merging our templates with their narrative creation depth supported by AI and blockchain. This couldn't be done before. We are having a conversion of trends, an AI revolution, and Web3 maturity, a boom in gaming, and interactive user-generated content. New, cheaper, and better LLM models every year, every month, pretty much, make it this possible. Narratum wants to empower creators and bridge the tech gap by educating artists and onboarding users to AI blockchain through engaging gamified experiences, reducing fear and skepticism. We know the opportunity is there, a huge market, cheaper, better models every day. We already identified some competitors that focus in one or two similar features than our proposal, proving there's a pool of active customers looking for this, but none of them combine all the features with blockchain, which is our differentiator. We will use a freemium structure with an initial plan allocates the majority revenue to creators, referrals, and engaged users, fostering loyalty and high quality content. Our biggest challenge is the go-to-market strategy. We are planning to focus on referrals and early partnerships to build momentum and community. This is why I'm here, to get your support and networking to make this project a reality. Join us and let's make Narraton excellent. Thank you. Any questions?
Ha! Take that, Surung. You didn't get to speak this time. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
right
me.
on time.
Congratulations, Luis. It's not easy to be to deliver a speech like this on time. So congrats. I'm curious. So this would enable people to build their own game and share it with their
Yes.
families and friends, and then
That-
for people to share their like to then be able to monetize their games. Would this be entirely in the digital space, or is it? My perception was that a lot of those games were also, physical games.
Correct. Actually, the role-playing game that we do is Dungeons and Dragons. As a family, we have a monthly meeting for that, right? So I since we start using AI, I've been putting that automatically, some videos, some music, and it was really in person, right? But it was really amazing when the AI talks by its own and manages by itself. So I want that to be all digital, right? I know it's hard for people to learn some new concepts, especially that complex as AI, right? So what I want is to create a platform to make the templates easy for everyone. We want to make it happen, make it easy, make it excellent, right? That's my personal slogan. So our prototype, it will be just for very users that is already doing that, right? And transfer it to digital. And why we want to protect it by blockchain is because right now, the artists always reject AI, right? Because they are saying that they're copying them. And we want to protect it with blockchain because it will be yours. You will own the information. It will be decentralized. We won't be the bottleneck, right? It will be a platform for people to generate their own content.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Yeah. So I think you're targeting readers, gamers, and writers. Kind of
Correct.
just curious, like, how are you going to think about this tri-side marketplace? Who are you going to serve first? And then specifically, how are you going to use the demand from that side to target the other two?
Correct. 100% writers and creators is my main focus at this moment. We want to eliminate that resistance of change. We want for them to adopt blockchain and for them to see the benefits of AI and blockchain together. Right now, the writers, right, they want to have that possibility of creation in their hands, right? So I want for them to see a future where AI is just supporting them. And the gamers and developers, they don't like, I don't know why blockchain, they don't understand the benefits of blockchain. So for me, is focusing on them. And once that we have enough content, that's when we expand to gather through referrals, to gather the gamers and the readers. First, we need to have the platform working properly. We are in ideation phase. So that's why where your feedback, it will be very useful for me at this moment. I don't want your money, I want your knowledge. Really, like.
Nice. Awesome. Cool. Well, this has been awesome. I really enjoyed this one. And I appreciate, all the nice words that you said in the beginning as well. Gracias to you. Okay, cool. So we'll move on to the next one. Thank you, Luis. Palms. Yep, we'll pass it on to you.
Can you see my screen?
We can, yeah.
All right, good evening. And I'm excited to introduce you to an innovative product that uses blockchain technology to make the centralized bioenergy system work in Nigeria. The problems. In Nigeria, high cost of energy, as cooking gas, is a challenge. Also, due to the limited number of gas stations, we have in remote areas. It's also a challenge. Thirdly, high cost of waste management. Many people don't use proper waste disposal mechanism because they don't get incentivized for it. And this is the reason why we thought of this, because many people can use the PBDNCs to get incentivized for disposing their waste using the proper mechanism. And also, people sought for alternatives to replace centralized energy system. And from our survey data, we have over 80% of people wants to use the decentralized energy system. Another reason is because we have few real-world blockchain users in Nigeria, and Starknet enables waste tokenization, P2B energy trade, and smart contract-based payment. And that is the reason why we sought to use blockchain to incentivize our users. Talking about the market, more than 50% are willing to pay over 500,000 naira to use the PBDNC's system, and 30% are willing to pay above 1 million naira. And that is to say, we have a good market. How the product works. One can either trade waste for cooking gas or trade waste for tokens. All what the user has to do is contribute waste into the PBDNC biodigester under the person, and the weight of the waste, we should show the worth of the waste once the person logs into the PBDNC application. And one can use this token, that's PGAS, to purchase cooking gas at any PBDNC's gas station or any LPG gas station near them. And trading the waste for token. One followed the due process that was followed above, that is to contribute waste into the PBDNC biodigester near them, and the weight of the waste shows the worth of the waste. And the person logs in, the user log into the PBDNC app to see their token. And this token can be used to purchase gas, offset bills, and convert it to other cryptocurrencies. Our market. Our target market included crypto, blockchain enthusiasts, housing estates and industries in urban areas, and farm and agro-allied industries. Farmland that's farm that basically deal with crops and animal production. And our revenue stream is from our biodigester sales and installation. We also have data monetization as a revenue stream, also biogas sales, carbon credit market, token utility revenue, and sales of biodigester, which is one of the byproducts of the biogas. Our marketing strategy.
Sorry, we have to stop you here because time's up.
Oh,
okay. Cool. So maybe I can start off. You mentioned something, waste for gas, waste for tokens, which is very compelling. But maybe we can talk a little bit about what is the smallest pilot. Maybe it's a household or farm. They'll actually prove that the token incentives that you talked about actually can increase or improve organic waste collection. Do you have anything in mind from a pilot perspective to test it out?
Sorry, can you come again with your question?
Yeah, so I'm just curious about what a kind of pilot that you're thinking about that will actually prove that the token incentives that you mentioned actually does, in fact, increase organic waste collection.
Well, yes, because in Nigeria, many people just discard the waste in the open system, that's the community. They use landfills. So we are trying to curb that now and use those waste, which is wealth in itself, to build wealth for the community and incentivize those people that dump their waste in the biodigester as seen here. And then they log into their application to get tokens. And also, if they don't want to do that, they can get the gas supplied directly to them. And it works for households, estates.
Awesome. Perfect. So
Thank you. I have a question. So this kind of infrastructure project can be very capital intensive to deploy. How do you bootstrap this? How do you get your first users and make it in a way that doesn't require hundreds of millions of investment?
Okay, we have the ones that can be used at home, like a grid networking estate, which will not require hundreds of millions of dollars to set up. Just like this simple one as seen here, which is functional in some houses already. But we've not integrated the Pividences app to, to automate this yet. But we can collect data from them because we built the monitoring system to monitor the gas production in each of the grids in those estates.
Awesome. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're going to move on to Pronuncia and Andrew. Please take the stage.
Hey guys, how you going? Let me know if you can see my screen. Okay.
All good.
Okay. All right. Let's get started. So welcome to Pronuncia. So first of all, let's start with a quick history of my language learning journey. So I started learning Spanish about 10 years ago, and naturally I turned to Duolingo. I use it for a year only to find out that it just doesn't really work. It tricks you into thinking you're learning. So 7 years later, I'm in Italy and need to learn Italian. I do a bit of research and find that all the serious learners use an app called Anki. The issue is it's incredibly complex, and I end up spending about 50 hours on creating cards, wiring up audio APIs, and coding different card designs. Around this time, ChatGPT comes out. I start playing around with it, and then it clicked. All the building blocks were in place. ChatGPT could respond in 90 different languages. AI voices were amazing, and it was making better images every month. So I realized we could skip the manual work required to create not just another language learning app, but a reimagined one. You see, not only can AI generate course content, but it can provide all the features missing from Duolingo. That being custom lessons, pronunciation feedback, and helpful explanations for any mistake made. Now, I know what you're thinking, guys. Why are we talking about a language app at a blockchain pitch event? And I will get into that on the next slide. So first of all, we saw how well Stepan was able to motivate people to get outside and do a bit of exercise. And we thought, why can't we do the same for someone's daily language lessons? But then the question still stands, right? Why crypto? So first of all, crypto-like concepts are not new to the language app space. You know, language apps like Duolingo are often gamified and already have crypto-like assets. On top of that, we're going to be rolling out language certificates. So Duolingo's, for example, have already seen incredible adoption and are accepted by a ton of institutions. Placing these certificates on chain addresses some of the issues that are currently seen with university degrees, you know, such as degree fraud and poor verifiability. I cannot pronounce that word, and so on. And lastly, this model really allows us to democratize learning for all. By offsetting initial AI costs, we can provide a high quality learning experience for all without compromising the UX. So let us get into our progress so far. So we're nearing feature parity with Duolingo, and some features already exceed Duolingo's in our opinion. We've also just recently launched a closed beta. We've got a little link here down below if anyone would like to join afterwards. And on top of that, we've started building out the framework for an iOS and Android app. And here's a quick slide on the team. So we have 4 devs, two of which are ex-Consensus, specifically doing a bit of work on the MetaMask team. And most of us are bilingual or trilingual. We also have a little hack house here in Italy where we currently have 3 members living in. And that is it. Nice, short and quick for you guys.
Exactly 3 minutes.
Any questions, guys? I know Henry's probably got a couple of tough ones like he did for me last time I pitched him. So
No, I'll let the others this time. Thank you, Andrew.
all right, okay.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know if I missed it or is this a redundant question, but what are the differentiating features between Duolingo and your app that is like what would be the significant differences?
Yeah, great question. So I skimmed over that quickly due to time constraints, but basically Duolingo really lacks personalizability and its features are more tailored towards a more recreational style of learning. When we incorporate our AI into the app, we can really provide a teacher-like experience and sort of guide users along the way, you know, provide them far better feedback at a far more granular level, and this really improves the learning experience. And yes.
Nice.
Okay. Sorry, Dylan, you had a question.
Yeah, sure. So you mentioned, I think you mentioned something around on-chain certificates, and I think that's something that I would probably want to see as well in this. Something LinkedIn I think has done really well has been these kind of partnerships and programs that show that institutions can build these on their platform and show these credentials have real value. Is this something that you're thinking about? And if so, how are you actually looking to pursue this and onboard these?
Yeah, 100%. So we have this general overarching thesis that a lot of these certifications are going to gradually move on chain. You know, as I was saying before, there's a ton of issues with university degree fraud and stuff like that. The actual implementation of that, it will be somewhat rudimentary at the beginning, and it's basically just going to link your progress to you know, an on-chain certificate. But then we are also going to be rolling out you know, some security measures such as like proof of human. So let's say you've done, you know, 5 or 6 lessons, you might have like a capture pop-up. And then on top of that, you know, you might have features like where they have with Uber Eats delivery drivers, where they have to, you know, occasionally verify their face to show that it is you that is actually completing these lessons.
Perfect. Cool. I think there's probably some interesting questions that we can probably take offline as well. Really appreciate it, Andrew. This has been an awesome presentation. We'll let the next one, Vox D, come on stage. Thank you, Andrew.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. Let me just share my screen quickly. So hi everyone, my name is Ksenia, and today I'm pitching to you Voxed. That's an AI-powered matchmaking platform that is connecting speakers with event organizers. First of all, I think I'm going to surprise most of you if I tell you that the conference industry, or better said, thought leadership industry, is larger than video games industry and plastic surgery industry and even makeup industry. This is something that I did not know before, but this industry is so huge and incredibly outdated. Why? Because nowadays it works the following. When the conference organizers, or let's say meetup organizers or podcast organizers, when they are looking for speakers, they are posting on their social networks the call for speakers. And this is how they are looking for them, through their network, which means that only the speakers who already are in these networks or in the network of the people in the network can apply, because only they know about those opportunities. And at the same time, the speakers who maybe are looking to share their knowledge and experience and thought leadership only apply to the events which they know about. And of course, it might be working for the huge ones, for the ones that that everyone knows about, but not for the smaller ones, which also have a huge part in the thought leadership. And this results in a very outdated approach, because this is why we hear the same voices again and again. We see the same faces again and again in all the conferences. And I'm not only talking about the crypto industry, but generally the tech, where I've been for a number of years. So what I want to solve with Foxed is to increase the inclusivity and increase the quality of the thought leadership, and stop the conference industry, prevent it from being only family and friends as it is right now. And this is what I want to do with Voxed. Voxed is a platform that has a decentralized database. So the information about the speakers, the speaker profiles, are stored in a decentralized database, and it has the AI powered matching. How? The speakers, when they register, they also are invited to give the links to their social media platforms, to their vlogs, to their blogs, wherever they share what they're working on. And AI will be matching them, so those speakers, as closely as possible with the conference organizers who are looking exactly for these profiles, be it very niche, be it very specific, and so on. Not only based on their experience, that is also being updated because of the connection with the links, but also based on the tone and the style of the speakers. There are also of course the bookings that are seamless and the honest reviews on blockchain, so that speakers who present will also get reviewed publicly, which is missing in the space. What about the business model? That is the speaker fees. So when the organizers are booking somebody, they have to pay the booking fee that will be very democratic. And the other two business models are coming later with the product roadmap, which is here. So for the MVP launch, I would like to onboard 200 speakers.
Hey,
So
sorry.
Sorry for this.
is the timeout?
Yeah, it is.
Sorry, oops.
No worries. Thank you. I'm not very familiar with this industry. This is interesting. Thank you. How big is the professional speaker market? How many of those professional speakers who get paid to go speak at conferences are there?
This is something that's difficult to estimate because many speakers, even who are getting paid to be speakers, they don't do this only as a full-time job. So for many, even those who are speaking professionally and getting paid for it, it's not their only occupation. But it's also the conference industry. The size of it is also calculated with how much money is poured into the whole industry, as also including the meetups and the podcasts and the professional conferences that are organized throughout.
So we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. I was also trying to find these exact figures, but
Okay.
it was too difficult.
Thank you.
It's a really interesting model. How are you going to actually convince some of these busy speakers to invest their time into building a profile?
Well, when I tell them that they need to only build a profile within 4 minutes once, instead of hundreds and thousands of times, that's already, I think, a value proposition in terms of the time saving that you do. And also that they would be discoverable by the different organizations and different conference meetups organizers who probably did not know that they exist in the first place. I think that is a value proposition.
Cool. Nice. Any other questions, Dion, Andre?
How would you go, like, how do you bootstrap this? Because if you want people to find value for your platform, you need a lot of speakers. For you to have a lot of speakers, you need to have a lot of customers. How do you bootstrap this effect?
So how do I onboard 200 speakers?
Why is
You
it
mean?
200? Like, how do you onboard how many speakers do you need, and how many customers to pay for the speakers do you need?
Sure, as many as possible. Well, I think for the speakers, of course, they register for free, so they don't need to pay anything, of course, and it only is a matter of 4 or 5 minutes questionnaire. I want to use my network first, and then I would pay for the paid ads on LinkedIn because I think this is where they are. And also, whenever in the beginning, I planned to make a very reduced fee for the organizers, so they will pay very little for the for using of the platform in exchange of making it public that they found the speakers through the platform.
Makes sense. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. That was awesome. That was really interesting. We'll
Thank you
close
so
it out. Yeah, appreciate it. We'll close it out with Chillax, who will present his new project, Wardens.
Hello, hello. Can you see my screen right now? Can you hear me well?
Perfect,
Yes.
perfect.
Amazing. So hello, I'm Chillax. I'm the CEO of the Corp, and today I'm going to introduce you Wardens. With Wardens, we try to solve some issues inside of the gaming industry right now. The industry is very fragmented. There is a very tough competition, and every game is facing challenges on the retention. We believe that we can fix that by implementing virtuous economic models, improving the general quality of Web3 games, and bringing Web3 advantages to casual gamers. Let's enter into the game. Here on the left, you can see the screenshot of the MVP we are working on right now, and they are working. So the game loop is that you start by collecting wardens via quest and loot boxes. After that, your wardens are fighting against monsters with the puzzle game. You can fuse and level up duplicates of your wardens to unlock new skills. And finally, you can craft and trade gear on our on-chain marketplace. I want to talk quickly about the tech too. We can implement now almost real time with Starknet and Dojo. The account abstraction and session keys are available right away with the cartridge controller. And the card payment will be effective day one with the cartridge credit. On the go-to-market strategy, our target market is casual mobile gamers, crypto curious but wallet shy. And we know that we will have 2 billion mobile devices by end of the year. So it's a huge market. The revenue model is about AAP gacha packs and cosmetic skins, and we want to take a little fee on the NFT marketplace too. On the marketing strategy, we want to leverage what is already done in the Web2 today, and we will be launching our first TikTok campaign in the coming days. On the value proposition, we want a first fun, casual game. You play, you progress, and you unlock real rewards, and the main target here is to bring Web3 power seamlessly to the mainstream power players. Just quickly to talk about the team, we are 3 co-founders who have been friends for 10 years now. We are OGs on the Starknet ecosystem, contributors to a very relevant project, serial game jams winner, trusted by industry leaders like Starkware or Cartridge. And we are shippers because we already shipped Z-Cube, which is a game already available on mainnet. And it was the most used contract on Starknet for a month and a half. This is just as an example what we have been building before. Here you can see Z-Cube. And this is it for me. I try to be quick. Just for your information, we are aiming to do a pre-seed raise by summer of this year. So if you're interested in what I talked to you about, please reach out. 3 minutes. Any questions?
Yeah, I'm curious about just kind of the day one turn for casual gamers. Maybe we could talk a little bit about what kind of loop you can use to just lift retention above the typical industry-wide benchmark that you mentioned.
Yeah. I can come back to the numbers maybe quickly. So yeah, how we want to reduce the churn, basically, is that we are thinking a lot on the first loop of gameplay. So first, when you enter the game, you will have your first warden. And I believe that is something interesting, and it's used a lot in the other gacha games. So you will have a first warden, you will have it and you can start building a relationship with it. After that, you are right away inside of the gameplay. After that, we are adding a little Wheel of the Fortune, where basically you will win a second warden. And only after that, you will see the main menu. So we believe that we will have the ability to really hook the players here.
And what can you learn from some of the prior games that you built that you're going to be bringing into this new game as well?
Yeah. So yeah, I will talk about the example of Z-Cube. Basically, we thought that it was a very interesting example because we saw that people were hooked. And we had a lot of people which were playing every day, enjoying it, Web3 people, but Web2 people too. So we believe that this mechanics is successful. And this is where Warden come from, actually. We know that it's a good concept, but we want to add a lot of stuff on top of the concept, basically to improve the retention. And yeah, a second point is that we saw that maybe on the specific Starnet ecosystem, it was maybe a bit complicated to onboard a lot of users right now. And this is why we believe that, and in the end, I believe it's the plan of Starknet to just open up to a lot of different peoples. And this is what we will target the Web2 audience with all the seamless integration and all of this. it will only help us to bring more people into StarNet, but into our game too, without them noticing. So it's something that we wanted to address too.
Jilax, thank you so much. This has been awesome. This has been great, and super excited to see this new game that you're going to come out with, because
Amazing.
awesome, wonderful.
Thank you, guys.
So thank you to all the teams who did pitch today. Just honestly, my quick feedback, it's really strong work across the board. Frankly, it's just been really cool to see how much thought, the amount of effort. The key thing that I think I've been mentioning, especially in the beginning, is just like the clarity that you have all brought to the stage today. And for those who are pitching, for those who are watching, for those who participated, for those who want to participate in the future, this is just one milestone. It's an important one, but it's just one milestone. And taking the step to actually shape your idea, share it publicly, to really just open yourself up to feedback, it's not easy. Most people don't usually get to that stage. It takes a lot of capability and introspection as well to get there. So the truth is, concluding on my little conclusions thought as we're evaluating and judging some things on the side right now. Early momentum, it doesn't always look pretty. It's generally always messy, but the key thing that I want everyone to focus on is it's about progress and taking one step forward. It's not about getting to perfection just yet. So, the teams that were here, the teams that took it seriously, the people that learned new items, I hope that sets you up for whatever comes next. We're going to take 1 to 2 minutes, Henri, Guillaume, and myself to convene, and then we'll come back with the winners from today's pitch day. So give me 1.5 minutes and we'll be right back. All right. All right, we are back. And so we're just doing a calculation of the reviews and points that we got. We're going to start off with category 1. This is the winner of the existing Sea Grant Team Iteration and Growth category. Congrats, Chillax and Z Corp for their game Wardens. Happy for you, man. Yeah, give a little round of applause.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Chillax. And it took a little bit longer to evaluate because we actually had a 3-way tie for the second category. And you know what? We're just going with the 3-way tie. Pick whatever 1, 2, or 3 that you want. They're all
It's a tie, man. So it's like it's literally they're all tied for the first place. If we had tried to engineer it, we couldn't. It's a literal tie for all 3 of those. Let's do it.
The funny thing is we actually had our reviews and different pages so that we didn't have a situation like this. So the 3 teams that won for the new project from Founder Basecamp category, Pronuncia, Naratum, and Heel Pass DAO. So congratulations to all 3. We really appreciate you guys joining. Honestly, this has been really fun to watch. This is our first iteration of Founder Basecamp, our first iteration of Pitch Day. So congrats, guys. Really happy for you guys, for you all.
Yeah,
Thanks.
and I just, sorry, I just want to add that there were a lot of other teams that we reviewed as well, and all of your pitches were really good, but we had to pick 10 because of the time constraint, and we have a gather event that's going to happen just after. So even if your pitch didn't get picked, I would suggest that if you go to an event or whenever you're talking to friends, any opportunity that you get, continue trying to share your pitch, trying to just constantly get user feedback. And we are also happy to kind of work with you if you just want to talk to us about, hey, like I submitted a pitch, but I didn't get through. So maybe if you could give me some feedback, what could I do, etc. We are also happy to share that feedback. But yeah, there were a lot of other pitches that were so close, but yeah, we had to pick 10, so we, went a
Likewise
bit up
for the
and down.
top three, there were a lot of very good pitches tonight that didn't make it into the top three. Congratulations for all of you for being out there and pitching. It's not easy. We respect that a lot. We respect the grind and keep pushing, keep pitching, keep refining it, keep getting better. Stay in touch. Tell us how we can help you, and we're happy to support you in your growth.
Nice, perfect. And maybe we can just end this real quick. Again, winning is great. You should feel good, but it's just the beginning. What matters most for the winners, for anyone watching, for anyone that participated, is what you do from here on now. How do you keep refining, validating, and building your project? It's a never-ending process. This is what you signed up when you decided to be a founder. For everyone here, again, thank you for all the work that you put in throughout the month. Hope that every conversation, every interview brings you one step closer to building what you want to do. To help keep that momentum going, we're also going to open up a gather session right after this. We'll have a dedicated Founder Basecamp area for those looking to matchmake with developers, and the pitch day teams where you can meet others, talk more about your project, and connect. So we'll share the link in the chat. And
What is it? What is it, Dylan? Like, give it down. What? Yeah, what is it?
One little, you get a little 8-bit character. You get to walk around a little. What's the right word?
It's an
It's a
AI meet
virtual,
space.
it's a virtual
meeting space,
environment
yeah.
to, it's a virtual environment to meet
So
and
it's a
connect.
Second Life. It's a sort of Second Life stuff where you can walk around and hang out.
Yeah, we'll be
Yeah.
testing a few of these out. But
Super cool.
yeah, to close us out with the 3-4 winners, maybe we could start with Chillax. Like, where can we find you? Then I'll pass it on to Andrew, Luis, and Kate.
Yes, so you can follow the game on wardens.dg on Twitter, on X, sorry, and you have zcorp_, which is the studio we've been working on for some times now.
Great. Andrew, can you tell us where we can find you?
Yeah, awesome, guys. Thanks so much. So we're not super active on Twitter, but you can find us directly on the site. I'll just put a beta code in the chat. But we are on Twitter, @Pronuncia_app. I think there's a link there. And we are on like TikTok a bit too. So yeah.
Nice. Luis?
Sure. From my side, I don't have yet a webpage for Narratum because we're in ideation, but you can contact me on X with @Lumax. And also I have Lumax at Studio Sway, which is stories with AI, so that you can send me any emails and we can talk about it. So thank you.
Awesome. And then Kate, close us out.
Hi. Oh, sorry, my video is being slow. I just posted the links in the chat, but yeah, you could find me on Instagram. All the social links are in the bio.
Wonderful. Well, thank you everyone for being part of Founder Basecamp. Hopefully we'll see many of you continue to grow within the StarkNet ecosystem, and I'll see some of you in the gather right after this call. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. See you.
Thanks, everyone. See you.